Come in, come in, come in, come in.
What is going on, Voyagers? It's your boy Finny back with another video. Today I'm going to be going through a tier list on the guns in Apex Legends for Season 2. What I believe are the best guns to be able to make that push to Apex Predator, as well as just dominating in a public match. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Just so you know, Alternator, I'm going to put right now in the S tier. I'm going to say with the hop-ups with this list. But I would say, but I'm also going to put what happens if they don't have a hop-up. But Alternator, hands down, right now, like, it fries if you have the hop-up. And you put a good amount of attachments on it. I mean, there's not another gun that comes close to it when it comes to a gunfight. Not even the R9 close range would maybe put up a fight, but right now, man, like, Alternator is meta. If you can pick it up and use that hop up, the disruptor. I think Devotion 1, I think I'm gonna put it at B tier, just because, one, I hate it, by the way. If you use a Devotion, we'll talk, but I don't love it. Okay, I don't love it. If you have a turbocharger on it, it's disgusting as well. But I'm gonna say either with the turbocharger, B, if not C, with the Devotion, just because it does so much damage. But it doesn't have great range, and it's kind of hard to control from like medium to long. So I would say that, plus its energy weapon, it goes through bullets so quick that you'll have to stock up on energy weapon or energy ammo. All right, the EVA 8, honestly for me is going to be a C tier. I think it's a great gun if you have a good bolt, and then I would put it at B. It would be a decent secondary, but not for me. I don't like the EVA. I'm pretty bad with it, but it doesn't have any range to be able to support whatever your primary is. Alright, Flatline got a buff to it, so I'm gonna put it at B, but I don't think it's, I think it's only good pretty much early game. If you don't have another gun, definitely Flatline is it fries, especially if they don't have armor. It's a great gun, has a decent amount of ammo in it. You have to pretty much have a sight on it in order to use it, at least from my personal experience. So I'm going to put it at B, so it makes it usable, even though I wouldn't use it because it's low. I don't know. Like in the long range, no support. Medium range, it's pretty much the Devotion in that it doesn't have good range on it, and it'd be kind of hard to control. Alright, G7 Scout, A tier. It's really good. I've been running it a lot more lately. I almost thought about putting it in S tier, but it's definitely got a lot of range to it. Obviously it's a sniper rifle, but honestly it fries up close and medium range. You have to lead your shots, like I put in my last video on how to have good aim. You have to lead your shots with the G7 quite a bit. I don't like it with the 1x on it, like the HCOG, but I'll use it if I have to. But I would rather have a 2x or a 3x on this Scout and use it as your primary long-range weapon. Try not to use it close range, even though it has a dirty hip fire. Alright, Hemlock, I'm going to put here at B here, just because on single fire it's really good. Excuse me. I think it's the best single fire gun if you make it switched. I don't mind the burst. Burst isn't bad, but it's hard to control from long range, even though it's an assault rifle. I don't have much to say on the Hemlock other than sometimes it's good to have it on single fire, sometimes it's better to have it on 3-round burst. I would recommend, when you have not a lot of ammo in the Hemlock, to change to single fire and be more effective with your shots. And when it's on the burst, obviously let it rip, but it's not bad. It's not a bad gun. Kraber, S tier. It was probably going to be S tier even if they didn't give it a buff, but they did. Headshot does 223 damage even with a really good helmet. It's disgusting. Honestly, the Kraber's disgusting. With the 5% less damage, or 5% more take on with Wraith and Lifeline and Pathfinder, the Kraber can do a significant amount of damage. You can provide a great amount of cover fire, or if you're playing in this competitive Apex mode, get a pick, and then everybody will push together and get the kill or get the other two teammates, since it'll be a 2v3. Longbow, S tier. Man, especially in Apex, Predator, or excuse me, ranked mode, whatever you're at right now. Longbow late game is the meta right now. They didn't do a buff, or they didn't do a nerf to the longbow and how quick it shoots. It's still as broken as it was last season. Does a ton of damage, and it's good with whatever sight that you like on it. It's probably the best sniper that's not the Kraber, in my opinion, and it fries. Mastiff, honestly, I'm gonna put it at A because I would put it at S, but A is probably where it needs to be because of how inconsistent it can be with your shots. Sometimes you hit a 15, sometimes you hit for like 8,000 damage, so I don't have much to say on the Mastiff. No, either hits really hard or it hits like a teddy bear. P2020 would be probably down here with the C or D without the hop up, but with the hop up it's an A. I mean, the hop up is disgusting. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you go to my Twitter, and I have a video of like 2 different instances where the P2020 with the, I think it's hammer point, absolutely shredded. I would recommend you using it if you have the hammer point. Is it worth holding on to? If you don't, okay, this is my opinion. P2020, don't hold on to it unless at the very beginning, whatever area that you land, if you have a hammer point and you have a P2020, use it. If you don't carry the P2020 around. Mozambique, okay, people have been hyping about it, and like I'm in between B and A on what with it. And I'll probably go B here with the beak. As much as people are hyping it up, you still have to have that hop up. It's similar to P2020 where I put it at D if you don't have the hop up, but I heard the hop up's disgusting. Still gonna put it probably at B with the hop up because you only get 3 shots, and if you miss 1 or 2 of those, is it worth it? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm at PK, probably B tier. Unless you're insane like Touche, inhabit late game, like, because he's unreal. I don't get it. I don't know how he can have it late game, but PK's okay. Early game it slaps. PK's early game is so good, especially in Skulltown, in pubs, or but in Apex Predator, I wouldn't really keep the PK because it's similar to the Mastiff and that's pretty inconsistent. R301, definitely A tier. The only negative part about the R301, I'll say that, is that you can't strafe like side to side or kite, strafing or kiting. You can't go side to side very quickly when you're aiming down sight. That's the only negative that I see with the R301. I'm sure you all have used it. I'm sure you all enjoy it. It's a really good gun. It's very balanced for what it is. And yeah, that's all I really have for the R3. R9, dude, I am so in between like putting it S tier. It's more close to S tier than all of these guns right here. This R if there's like a middle like A plus, if I put an A plus here, R9 would be right there because it's still fries, but it's not the alternator, but it's very, very good. You wanna, most of the time I always have my extended mag on an R9. I would rather be able to shoot and full clip somebody with an R9 than an R3, but R9 shoots so quick and it's an easy quick reload, which is nice, and it's got really good range for how quickly it shoots. Like I said, with feathering from long distance, can't really hit them, but with like medium to medium short and then short range, R9 is in a class of its own. Legitimately would have been with an A plus. And then RA45 with the hop up, honestly, dude, like I think it's here even with the hop up. I mean hop up, maybe put it at B tier. I don't really like it. I want something to go with the EVA 8, but RE45 is pretty good. I don't mind it early game, but I can't, for how quickly it shoots and doesn't have a lot of ammo. I don't know. I can't really pick besides. I don't know. I'm gonna put it at C tier, but it's probably a C plus, maybe B. With especially a gold one. A gold one's probably a B. You know what we're gonna do? We'll put it there. Spitfire, okay. I think it's trash, dude. But Spitfire has no range at all. It's really bad long range. Medium range is its high point, and I guess you could say close range it has in its advantages is that you can just spray and pray, but it's really annoying. I'll put triple take probably at C tier. I know some people like it and would probably put it at B. Got good damage, especially early game. No shield, people. It's disgusting. They did do a buff to it, I think it does do a lot more damage, so I don't have a ton of information on triple take, but other than I would probably put it at C tier and maybe B tier. I don't know, I'm in between. Alright, wingman, I'll put it, just because I'm sort of biased, I almost put it in S, but wingman's my baby, dude. Some people would probably put it at B, but I would put it at A. It does good damage, still got nerfed to the ground, and it still fries whenever you can hit your shots. So I don't really have much to say about the wingman other than I freaking love it. And give your extended heavy mags to the wingman person, whoever is using it. Havoc, it got nerfed, but it still fries sometimes. Honestly, I'm gonna put it at C. It got nerfed to the ground. Not really to the ground, because it's still usable with the turbocharger. Actually, I'm going to put it the same thing as the Devo. So, the Devo and Havoc are pretty much the same thing to me, in my opinion, except Havoc is easier to use. The energy weapon, like extended mag, has 36 on this, which makes it really, really gross. If you have the turbocharger on it, it's really good close range to medium range. Bad long range, man. It's really bad long range. But yeah, Prowler, man, like I want to put it here, but like with the hop up, it's A. So if you have the like fire on it, Prowler, I think and it has an extended mag, I think it's one of the best guns to have as a secondary, because not only does it stun because of their large ammo or heavy ammo hitting and making people stunned, sort of like you can't run when you get hit by it. I would say that has such a long clip to it too if you have extended mags, so you can just keep shooting and shooting. Hip fire is incredible. Medium range is okay, but close range it is disgusting. So I would put, yeah, that's probably my tier list. I'm sorry if I missed something. The L-Star would be at B tier right now because it does hit, but it's so inconsistent. And with the cooldown, it's really not that good. So this is my tier list. And yeah, I'm sorry. I know there's going to be people that argue with a lot of this stuff, but that's just my opinion. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And make sure you put your list and tell me what all the things I did wrong and what you would put on your tier list, or switching one gun from the other, or with that sort of thing. I hope this actually helps you improve your gameplay and try and perform well to be able to push for that Apex Predator ranking, or whatever ranking you're wanting to be. So this has been your boy Finicky signing out and blasting off. Hope to see you again for another video. God bless, baby. Doses.